Ring of the Truth here. Friday. Beautiful day. Time to do some agreeing and disagreeing. It takes a couple minutes for people to get on. It is 12 o'clock Friday. How you doing, folks? I see some people showing up there. Joe Blow, new subscriber. Hey, buddy, how are you? Thanks for checking in. We got 12 people here. Did I miss anybody? Rick D. It is springtime in New England. It's beautiful up here, man. Bill Walker, Atlanta, Georgia. Hot Mod Media. Paranoia, Damon Broadcast. Totally agree with you. Hey, what's up? Benny T, Jason Barnes, what's up, buddy? From North Reading, Mass. Okay. Mass. Ooh. It's got a word in there. Ass. Salute. That was the right. It might look opposite. I don't know. J Money, J Money. They used to call me T Money back in the day when I was on the hustle. Hey, JBZ, Jake BZ, Cali, going back to Cali. Arnold Gonzalez, how are you? Virginia. A lot of original presidents. A lot of the leaders from Virginia and the original crew. Rick D, how are you? Oh, you have a cop on your street. Okay. You ain't gonna get friendly with you. I guarantee that. I had one too once. Never. 2 houses down. I own a nice house in Connecticut. Many years. They wave, but that's about it. They don't want to, where are my children? 10K subscribers. Nice. Thank you. Yes. Oh, I should say that. Thank you. I didn't even think of that. I put out a blast about it. Mike Taylor, how are you, sir? I wanted to thank all my subscribers on video also for your support. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. Tam Honock Outlaw, thank you, sir. I don't know about the best, but I am doing my best. James Couch, good afternoon, sir. So, 10,000. I said when I made 10,000, I'd make a compilation video. Princess and the Pirate. Ooh, I like that. Bonnie and Clyde. Taylin. Hey. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, Taylin. I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook, Taylin. A lot of good stuff there on Facebook. I've been checking it out. Reposting to the F. Sweden. Shane Halligan, how are you? Haglin, sorry. Davenport, Iowa. Drove through there once. I don't remember anything but fields, and more fields. Wow. Indiana, Iowa. Anyways, let's get down to business, right? 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, folks. I really appreciate. Larry Shepard, how are you? The ability to get 10,000 people who actually click that button, that you're going to spend time either talking. Steve Pinder, hey buddy, you're gonna be spending time with me, at least listening. You might disagree with me, you might agree with me, but the fact that you hit that subscribe button means something to me. Even if you are a troll. Judo Johnny, what up? So, thank you. 10,000. Time to go move forward. I don't know how. I don't know what. This is all new to me. I didn't get into this for any of this stuff. I only got into it because really, I was just violated. But now I'm hardcore, in my opinion. I used to say in my videos, I want to talk about being monetized too, by the way. I used to say in my videos, I am not, I'm a creation of the hypocrisy. I am not the cause of it. I am not here because, I want to stir up some crap and be an idiot. That's not my goal. My goal, or what happened was I got violated. So, you guys created me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm the kind of person that when I do something, I try to do it well. It's just who I am. I fail a lot, and I'll continue to fail at this, but I'll continue to get better. And I hope you guys do too. It is a movement. Alchemy Art, how are you? You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? Make your mistakes, keep moving forward, and understand that I appreciate you. All right, so I wanted to talk about something that somebody already mentioned in the chats, actually, being monetized on YouTube as a auditor. You know, I don't want to apologize for being monetized, and here's why. I said I am the creation of what happened, and this affords me a platform, I think a beautiful platform, to talk to people on a semi-regular basis and connect with people and get some kind of message out. Tom, how are you? Canada, hey. First language I learned, Carney, Canadian Carney. Anyways, so you guys, I'm here because of that situation. There's an opportunity for me to continue doing this instead of what I would have to do is about 60, 70 hours a week is the profession that I'm in. It's a very life-giving commitment thing versus you know, what I want to do, which is the passion. And that's for standing up for our rights and for seeking the truth. So if I'm monetized, if you're monetized, if you got to 1,000 subscribers, here's what I'm going to say. Stephanie King, how are you? Hey, hey. Don't ever let a troll say, oh, you're monetized, you should feel bad about it. Okay? Don't fall into that psychological trap, because I'm going to tell you something. These guys are good at trying to get you psychologically in ways that you didn't see it coming. It's a psychological thing. They'll try to hit you where it hurts. They might critique your hair. They might critique your, you know, whatever, how you talk. You know, it doesn't matter. Okay? Stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. Be true. Okay? You're doing this for a reason. Make your mistakes and don't worry about that stuff. Get yourself monetized. Get to 1,000 subscribers. Go live. Start to, you know, maybe verbalize a little bit more or show the real deal, you know. One thing I would caution people, when you are monetizing, if you're going to monetize, Steve Pinder, you said you just Bama Camera, how are you? Bama Camera. You said you just monetized. I don't think you're going to have this problem, of course. You guys should know something. When you swear in a video, when you act like an idiot as an auditor in a video, you take that video and you post it online. You know you're not making any money because YouTube's going to limit that show. They're going to limit it. How long did it take me? Well, I'll answer that question. But, you know, so, you know, you live. How do you want to communicate? Do you want them to unmonetize? Do you want them to shut it? Do you want to get copyright strikes? Do you want to be careful about all those things? I've had 2 complaints since I've done this for copyright strikes. Neither one of them have been approved. They've been I've been okay. I have not one strike on mine. And if you get 3, they shut your whole channel down. So you don't want to get copyright strikes. And there is a whole list, and you want to read that list. But if you're going to swear and you're going to say drop F-bombs and you're going to do the things that I do in some of my videos and post them, I know I'm not making money. You know, I like to be transparent. I like to show my weaknesses also, because I don't think that sometimes when I do that, it's appropriate. I do it out of my personal vendetta, angst, you know, and that's where it gets too far. I feel like it's appropriate. I mean, it's appropriate legally. I just don't think it's appropriate for me to go there and get a message of togetherness. So, if you're going to get monetized, Steve Pinder, congratulations. It's not a lot of money. Don't. I don't know. I don't know what the expectations are for people, but I'm going to tell you something. I got monetized about 4-5 months ago, but I did not do anything on YouTube for about, I don't know, almost 2 years. I put up a pool trick shot. I was handing out free stuff at Walmart from a church that I was volunteering at. I did a couple of like bogus First Amendment cop watches. They were just, I don't know, I didn't know. There was nothing. And then what happened was I got arrested at work. Or I'm sorry, I was going to work one day at 3:30 in the morning to open up one of the restaurants. I look in my rearview mirror, and right on my butt is a cop, an Enfield cop, where I've owned a home at the time for about 10, 11 years. And I was pissed. It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm trying to drink. I'm doing 30 miles an hour. I'm cool. So I slammed on my brakes and pulled over, and had some few choice words with this police officer. For some reason, I didn't even know. I didn't pay attention to YouTube, and it blew up to like 70,000 hits at one time. I was like, what the hell? What are these things? What happened to my YouTube account? So then I started paying attention that there's a venue here for people to communicate. There is a place to make a message and find people who either want to argue or agree with you, and that's a great thing. So when I got violated at work, I went full force. But I'll be honest with you, I did it a lot. Like 2-3 days a week, trying to put out videos, 2-3 days a week, 2-3 days a week, just because I wanted to really make that message clear that I was upset that they did what they did and they treated me. And because I focused in like a 4-month, 5-month period, I think that's why I, just kind of moved a lot. So if you really focus, I think, for 4 or 5 months on YouTube, and this is me, this is an opinion, if you're focused, like a job, say 20-hour a week job, 25 hours a week, you're gonna have some kind of output in 90 days, I think, 120 days, I think. All right. So monetization. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Of course I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. You can try to make people feel guilty, trolls, but you don't make me feel guilty. Please, folks, support me to continue doing this so that I don't have to go back into a 67-hour work week, which I will do anyways, and still do this. Getting me rid of me either way. But if you don't, hit the like button. That's support. Or if you can't, hit the like button. So, thank you all. 10,000 subscribers. I love you all. So, the other thing that we want to talk about was there's a new law that came out in the Supreme Court that made it difficult for you to fight back financially, basically. I think that's what it boiled down to. If an officer has a right to arrest you. And I just want to be clear, I went through the whole thing and I read the whole thing, and there's very few words that really that's what you just got to focus on, because it gets just too enamored with superfluous words, and they have to be able to still arrest you. That's still Terry v. Ohio or whatever law or whatever. They still have to have a reason to arrest you. So that still applies. They made it more difficult for you to get recourse financially. Okay? If they did have a reason, that's all. That's all. Because we know that they make up bogus arrest charges because they're pissed off at you. Their emotions take over. Their professionalism goes out the window. And they start to look for things. And once they find one thing, they're going to look for more. So that at least one sticks. And I saw a great study about a Chicago town or not a Chicago town, excuse me, a town in the United States of America that there was 60% white people in this town. There was 20% black, 10% Hispanic, and 10% mixed. All the traffic, not criminal, we're not talking criminal, not criminal, traffic, all 83% of all traffic came from guess what? Not the 60%. Now, if you kind of do like a little reverse analogy in your head there real quick, you can see that, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? So the answer was, well, the police department is focused in that area, so we happen to be in that area because that's where the crime is, the real crime. And that made sense. That's a great response. There's a problem with that response, though. Those aren't crime. Those are traffic. So if you're in that area, why aren't they focusing on crime? That'd be a great idea. If you have the resources in your city, town, municipality, I'm sorry I'm not checking the chats, guys. If you have the resources in your town or your municipality, and you're getting grants from the government, and you're getting taxes, by the way, all that, the money that went for those traffic, not all of it, excuse me, a huge portion of it, it was up 70-something%, was earmarked for the salaries of that specific municipality of those people. Earmarked in a budget. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? If I'm a police officer, police captain, I know my salary's coming from part of that. What am I going to do? I'm going to say, hey, kids, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Go get me a new pair of shoes, please. I want some Gators, some Crocs, crocodiles. So the hypocrisy is systemic, cultural, and real. It's not like you can't watch TV and see it all over, okay? So when it comes to my next subject, optics. Optics. What am I perceived like? What is it going to be perceived like Inside Edition when that show comes out? We know it's going to be bad. What it's going to be perceived on the videos where I'm swearing and I'm cussing and I'm doing things that are over the top. Well, let me check some of these chats. So, you get a lot of hate for seeing both sides. Okay, well, that's a good point. In optics and in propaganda. Think about it like this. If propaganda is me talking to you right now and saying, hey, screw the police suck, police suck, police suck, police suck, police suck. Okay, you've got that message, right? But that's all you've heard. So what type of person does that make me as an individual if all I'm going to give you is a singular, tainted, prejudicial message? You can hate me for it, of course. I'd rather be pragmatic and understanding and say, okay, let me see it from the other person's perspective in case, because I've always been in my lifetime realized I can be wrong about certain things. Now, in the overall premise, I don't think I'm wrong. No. They're violating our rights based on protocol. They're violating our rights based on emotion. It's systemic and cultural. There's all kinds of departments that are just out there to extort money from the public. And then there's people that are just downright prejudicial. I mean, come on, look at Chicago Police Department. Look what happened in Chicago. Not a bad mayor. He was really upset about it, genuinely, I thought. But look what happened in Chicago. The whole place? Wow. And they also killed people at will, it said in that study. In a very comprehensive study. So, it's not about playing both sides. It's about being a good person with integrity and understanding. And if you're not that kind of person, I don't know what to tell you. I hope that you can learn from me. That I'm saying to you today, I have failed in my personal expectations of what an auditor is and should be. That's humility. If I can express that, maybe there's a platform for a police officer department or people to change the way that they act and be humble as well. That's what I want. I want to create that platform. I don't want to keep fighting. What is fighting going to keep doing us? I mean, it looks like we're going to have to for a while. And I know the Supreme Court ruling that I mentioned might try to balance out all the power. I feel like the Supreme Court does that. They try to balance all the power between the people and the police state. That's what I think they do. They get together, have some whiskey, some cognac, or whatever they're drinking. That's what I think, my opinion. So, the optics are what they are. I don't think anybody should stop being who they are, because hopefully you'll develop. Is there a $2 donation that I missed? All right, let's make sure we're okay here. Didn't miss anybody. I can't. I don't know if the chats are not showing up or something. The last one I got was from Steve Pinder, so I don't think they're showing up. I apologize, folks. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, what an idiot. Super 23's in here. Russell's in here. Digital. I'm so sorry. 002. Taz. Lady Bird. Filming the complaint. I put up a video late last night, 10, 11 o'clock. Very long, comprehensive video about that complaint about the trooper. Part 4, Part 5 coming, to be continued. I can't pronounce the name. Effing off. Marlon for real. Super 23. All right, we'll see. Just want to make sure I get everybody in here. Behind the scenes of Hector. Hector, I did a over the phone thing with Hector the other day. He's going to post that pretty soon. Check out his site, guys. He's got a national award for his video editing or video skills. Lady Bird. Lightning Dave. Hey, buddy. Tony Earlton. Richard Winnett. Fluffy Kitty. Meow. All right, we're getting some of these names out. I'm so sorry, guys. Regina Madison. All right, I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. Observing paranoid people. Yeah, I'm paranoid. I'm glad I'm paranoid. It's not the weed. I'm just paranoid. Unchained Melody, how are you? Fair shake. That's all I want. I want life, man. That's all I want. That's all I want, man. Richard, again. All right. Is there? Oh, there's money. Judo Johnny, thank you, sir. Oh, I'm getting into stuff I missed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Judo Johnny, for those donations. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do this, man. I'm gonna try to do this all the time. And I'll tell you what, if I do this for real, because I got other things going on right now. You'll see a video every day probably with me. Sometimes 2. And it'll be like those compilations like she asked about the New York State Troopers. You know, I've been back there 4 times. I've got 4 or 5 videos now. Live videos mixed in with videos of me trying to find out the law. And nobody can tell me the law. King Puddin', how are you? Nobody's giving me any love. I can't get a police report. Chuck Derby, how are you? I've been kicked off the property twice. You just got arrested as a witness. East Tennessee, how are you? Kent, how are you? Thank you, sir. Russell. And that's, you know, if I'm going back there 4 or 5 times, you guys are watching the video, right? I know you're watching because there's 120, sometimes 150 people on there. And it's getting hits. You've seen that I'm not getting any help. You see that I went there, didn't break a law, got kicked off twice. One time went back to make a complaint. Got kicked off because I wanted to make a complaint. I've been back 3 more times. And they won't give me the law because I looked up the law. That's the problem, lady. That's what I'm saying. Sophia, Sapient, how are you? That's the thing, Lady Bird. I looked up the law. And it specifically says any motorist on the thruway, any person on the thruway that is stranded or in need of assistance, if you're kicked out of a car, somebody drives off and you just got abducted, you can't run to a police station, you get arrested, you'll get arrested as a victim. How stupid. And it's a state police barracks where the state police officers. And by the way, I want to let you know that the video that I just put out has a couple of car accidents in there. And I found out about a couple of those videos. One of those police officers rear-ended somebody, caused serious damage and harm to that person. Yeah. Take a look at that. Take a look at the damage on that police cruiser that first police cruiser that I pictured. Okay. Somebody was in the car in front of that. Okay. I'm not a professional. I don't proclaim to be. But I'm going to say he had to be going at least 30. Okay, 30 miles an hour, you can snap somebody's neck. Everybody knows that. All right. So, you know, what do you guys think about? Again, I'm going to keep talking about it. The upcoming court case. Freedom Effect, how are you? Yeah, we've talked about suing though. They're making it harder. The Supreme Court is making it harder for you to sue for what we consider a retaliatory arrest. I go there, I'm filming. He doesn't let me film it. Give me room, give me room, give me room. There's no police tape, there's no police tape. You're disturbing a crime scene. You're interfering. They lock you up, they jam you up. All right? They're saying you can't sue for that now. Or they made it harder, let's say. But that's only one thing because they still have to have a reason. They have to have a reason. That's a subjective statement there. Hold on, who is that? Eddie Ramos. I really like that you're a professional auditor, not like others. That's subjective. You know, there's a lot of times where I'm berating a police officer. That's not really professional. Good afternoon, John Senior. Hey, sir. How are you, sir? John Senior, good guy right there. Supporting the cause. So I try to be professional, but what I do is, and this is the thing I wanted to bring up, and this is what I was talking about. This is what I was saying. The great segue. You know, how much are we supposed to fight back? When do you just say, okay, I'll be submissive? Because, you know, they had that thing, just obey, I got it. But I'm not a submissive. I'm not a submissive person. I can act like a submissive person, but we could do like a Gandhi thing is what you might think, like a Gandhi, right? Or like a Martin Luther King approach, right? And I get that. But for me, unless you have, like they did back in the 60s, everybody being willing to be arrested all at once, it ain't gonna happen. So I fight back not to be arrested, or I fight back aggressively because I know that a lot of times when I'm aggressive, that's when they back off. They understand that I'm not going to take it, and I use my white privilege that I call it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's my personality. So is the arrest retaliatory? I don't know what that. Let me just check some of these chats, guys. Hold on a second. Anyway, so I fight back. At times I think it's appropriate. And there's other times if the person's appropriate with me, I'm appropriate with them. The only time that I'm inappropriate is during traffic. Traffic cases. Traffic tickets. Taking money from the people for not using a directional, for hitting the yellow line, just because you want to pull them over and try to see if there's weed, or if it's illegal in your state, or if there's a drug, or if there's this, and then you get into an altercation, and then the next thing you know, somebody's dead or arrested, or you got 6 tickets. CNA collectible salary. Yes, so, you know, and I don't think so either, Lady. I think that it says that we're supposed to fight for our rights. I think that it's our obligation as an American citizen. And I'm not going to harken back all the way back. We know how this country started. We were the tyrants, or not tyrants. We were the traitors. This whole country, we were traitors. We were traitors because we believed in something different. And I'm glad we did what we did. You know, they called us what? Patriots, not loyalists. Every generation, every time, look at history, has a period where there is a significant cultural shift globally And it usually starts with a dynasty or a large, long-running country that's powerful. It's America. A little bit that it's good to be a little bit more humble as a government. Cop watch, how are you? Cop watch, cop watch. And I'm when I was a kid, I've talked about this. The first language I ever learned was Carney. I speak fluent Carney. It's kind of, and I grew up in the streets. I got in a lot of trouble, man. I got in a lot of trouble as a kid. I then said, "That's it. I don't want to go back. I don't live this, man." Getting the crap beat out of me in jail and stuff. I was too small. I then started to fix my life. I worked with the police departments actually as a volunteer because I wanted to, and all kinds of other stuff. You know, I was never able to have a gun. Never. Never shot a gun. But I know that the government as a whole is starting to impede on too many of our rights. Too many. If I'm told what I can eat all the time now, where I can do this, I mean, I understand we're in a society, we all need to work together. I get that. But collectively, somebody's got to push back against the wave that's happening. Because what's on the forefront, on the horizon, doesn't look good, doesn't look better. If we keep fighting, what's going to happen? Come on. Why can't we as intelligent people try to see both sides, Steve Pinder, and try to do something right and come together? And that means the 3 C's of a relationship: compromise, commitment, and communication. This is the communication piece. You're from Connecticut? John Conway? Yeah. I do a lot in Connecticut. Just saying, they call it hard hitting. That's the name of the town, hard hitting. So if you know Connecticut, you know where hard hitting is. That's where I'm supposed to be on Saturday. What's being told to eat? Okay, no, that's a good question. What am I talking about? Yeah, facts. I like facts, guys. You're right. The mayor in New York City. New York City seems to be tough. I don't like New York City. They make it like it's New York City people, auditors, they got it tough. They tell even the kids in school what they can or cannot eat, or they tell the people in certain vending machines, like when you go into public areas, they restrict certain things. They're starting to restrict what can come into the city collectively behind the scenes. You know, kind of like a police department when one of their police officers get in trouble. You know, I talked about Chicago earlier. Look at that lady in Chicago. So does LA. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, it's just, when does it end? When does it end? Because in my opinion, it's already gone too far. I mean, you're telling me really? Really? Come on. And it's not just the public officials. Here's what's happening is the money in the country, the real money. You know, they talk about money. There is the 1%, and then there's the corporations. Okay, they run our country. Let's be honest. So they're going to put up all the money and all these different foundations, all these different things, to then call propaganda, because you see this overwhelming stuff. Trump calls it fake news. Other people call it whatever they want. I call it propaganda. And you're going to start to believe certain things. And that's just the way it is. And you're going to start to accept certain things because propaganda works. If you think Goebbels, Joseph Goebbels, didn't know what he was doing, look how many people he fooled. A world. At one point, Adolf Hitler was on the Time magazine. all the atrocities he committed, and he's on the Time magazine. And Dachshausen had already been created. Dachshausen was already in place 2 years. He was on Time magazine. Goebbels. Propaganda works, folks. I think there's 6 or 10 major corporations in the United States of America that own all our media. All of our media is owned by a few people. Just telling you. It's the truth. At the end of the day, somebody's making that decision up top. Somebody's got a lot of power, could sit a sniper out right over here. Yeah, could sit a sniper out right over there and take me out. You know it. Look, Google how many activists or people that are doing have died in the last year. It's not a joke. I still have a video of all the helicopters, police coming at my house. You know, taking. I'm going to put it up. I don't lie. I'm just haven't done it. I'm going to. So, do we continue to fight back? How far do we fight back? What are we doing here? I'm telling you. Yeah, you know, I'll be honest with you. I don't even watch news, regular news. I don't. I try to find like some independent news, and I don't know. It's so hard, you know, when the government has got caught so many times lying, caught with the Freedom of Information Act. What are we supposed to believe anymore? Is the TV crew, is the stuff I'm seeing today real? Is my own existence real? Am I seeing myself? Maybe I am crazy, guys. a lot of comments, people say, "Oh my God, this guy's out to lunch." Maybe I am. Maybe I'm crazy like a fox, or maybe I'm just crazy, or maybe I'm crazy enough to continue this battle. And maybe you guys are crazy enough to continue to support me. But I can tell you what, no matter what happens in my life, I was looking for a new venue, a new thing to do. Ismael, sorry, Crespo. Oh, you're in New York City? TYT, I do like TYT. Also, who was that? Chuck Derby. Yeah. I sent him some messages trying to get a note on their channel. They got a lot of followers. They're blowing up too. Well, huge. New York City's got very difficult laws. Good luck with that, man. Upstate Putnam. Is that New York? Yeah. Okay, buddy. Good morning. Good afternoon, evening. So we talked about a lot of things today. We're just going to do a little bit of paraphrasing. I usually go about 45 minutes to an hour, or half hour to an hour on my shows. I don't like to take up too much of people's time. It's a beautiful day in New England. It's about 12:40 and it is sunny and just beautiful. Rockefeller. I don't want to talk about Rockefellers. You get into all these names. I got Fairchilds, Rockefellers. Yeah, we can go back. It was an experiment. Real Jingy, how are you, buddy? It is an experiment for me. This whole venue has been an experiment. That's kind of really well worded. But I don't want it to be an experiment anymore. I want this to be real. I want to do this all the time. I would love to do this all the time. Am I a practicing attorney? What does that mean? Here's the thing. People want to mess with you because you said, I volunteered with the cops, or I'm a cop. Or excuse me, I was hired as a cop. So what? I've always said I'm a volunteer. Same thing with attorney versus pro se attorney. Anytime I say attorney, I always try to say pro se, or I say litigant, or whatever. Do I have a law degree? Now that's a specific question. No, I've never taken a law class in my life. Does that answer your question? Mr. Jimmy, how are you? Jeff Deere, let me tell you this though. Jeff Deere. In 12 years ago when the housing market, I owned a home. I was running, some shady places. I was in the adult industry for a while, and I ran some shady places. So a lot of my income was under the table, and I got a house. I was making a lot of money, and when the housing market boomed and blew up, they wanted, I lost my job. I got sick. I had a cancer. I then fought Chase Manhattan Bank successfully as an attorney, as a pro se litigant in Hartford Superior. Muted. All right, are we back? Sounds back? Sorry, guys, my bad. You guys hear me now? All right. Sorry about that. I just wanted to say that I don't know what you heard. Hartford Superior Court on Washington, Aquin Loan Servicing. I was the pro se litigant. Chase Manhattan. I was the pro se litigant. And Wells Fargo. I was the pro se litigant. I sat across the table from all those attorneys trying to friggin' intimidate me, just like a cop, okay? Belchertown, Mass, Amherst, lieutenant and his buddy tried to take me down. Didn't work. And then a retaliatory arrest, a case, and they even brought in, listen to this, folks, a priest to testify against me. The police department went around and got all these statements to try to make it sound like I was insane. They even tried to get multiple cases, different instances. It was a joke. I have won every case, sir. And I am in a case now with New York State. First time in New York State. And I already met the prosecutor. He came late. 10 minutes late. Brushed up against me. Tried to intimidate me. You don't intimidate me. I've been in the court of law. I've been in front of a judge acting as a pro se litigant. I don't care. What did I do? I called him out in front of the judge. And I make mistakes in a court of law all the time. It's not the legalese. It's not the verbiage. You can talk like a normal person in a court of law as a pro se litigant. Here's where you'll make mistakes. Protocols. Timing. You got to look that kind of stuff up. I mean, that I make mistakes. And you know what I do? I bite the bullet. I apologize to the judge, to whoever. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I still believe the truth will come out. At the end of the day, my voir dire with those jury potential people, those prospective jurors are going to have the voir dire of their lifetime. I am going to vet them out. And I'm going to get people that believe in the truth. Honesty. That's what I look for. All the questions you could ask them, yeah, that voir dire stuff, sure. Use your eyes, use your common sense, use your heart. And let your heart prevail. And I'm always willing to take the bullet. We all know. Small town, small community. You might ask for a change of venue, good luck. You got to bite the bullet. You might get that consequence, 15 days, 30 days in jail. I would be more than happy, folks, to be a martyr. I'll do 15 days. Sure, no problem. Let's do this, prosecutor. Coming in with your brown, ugly suit. Get a better suit. What? You don't make enough money?
Man, it was 1973 suit. You had mothballs on your suit, dude. Stunk. Don't stand so close to me, man. Put some cologne on, some deodorant. Don't stand so close to me. I know you're watching this video. You had a pack that big on me already? It's only been 2 weeks. Man, you spend a lot of time on me. You must be watching all my videos. Thank you for the support. And to all you trolls, thank you for the support. Because you help too. You may not realize that, but you do. And you keep things real too, keep things honest. Sure. You know, one last thing I'm going to end with is this. I've made a lot of proclamations, a lot of statements about who I am. Someone's messing my video. All right, well, we're going to sign off anyway. So I'm going to sign off like this. Supreme Court, none that I know of. Turner versus Driver is the only one that's appellate court. Anyway, so let me just get this out. Hey, okay, I'll talk to you, Steve. And who wants to vet me and say that I haven't done the things that I said I've done? Please prove me wrong. Post the information. Make sure it's true. Because I don't lie. I want to see your information that you think I lie about. Anybody who calls me a liar, prove it. Don't just call me a liar. Prove it. And remember this, last thing, to the trolls, I don't mind you. Keep us honest. I just said Turner v. Driver is the only one, and it's not Supreme Court from court. It's appellate. Do me a favor. Do the research. Do the due diligence. Prove me wrong. I know you won't, but substantiate me. All right? I'm going to stay safe. It's Friday, folks. It's the weekend coming up now. Have fun. Feel good about yourself. Feel good about life. You can start your day over anytime you want. And through adversity comes our greatest growth if we allow it. It is not a Supreme Court ruling. Appellate court, right? New England